All right, Shalom. Kahalayim La Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Bashim Kakwadash. Upon us to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Must peace, love, and salutations to the brothers doing this work in truth and sincerity. Shalom. This is the brother Batak back again through the Spirit with another lesson. And this lesson is going to be centered around America being the new Rome. So as you can see, I got on the screen the Capitoline Wolf in Georgia, which is the state of Georgia. Georgia has a city called Rome, Georgia, which I can pull it up on, Rome, Georgia. As you can see, Rome, Georgia. So, which is it's kind of northwest of Atlanta. This Capitoline wolf can be found in Rome, Georgia. So it says a replica of the Capitoline wolf statue that stands in the Palazzo della Casaveria in Rome, Italy. So it's a replica of what's actually in the city of Rome. So let's look at a little information. It says the Capitoline wolf was with Romulus and Remus stands in front of the historic city hall of Broad Street in downtown Rome. The statue is an exact replica of the Etruscan art that stands in the Palazzo della Casaveria of, forgive me, I know I'm saying these words wrong, probably makes pronouncing them wrong, Cappa di Giglio, ancient Capitoline Hill in Rome, Italy. The statue was presented with Chadiano Corporation Silk Mills of Milan, Italy, relocated to Georgia's Rome in 1929. It was intended to be installed in front of the mill office, but the American investors wanted something that represented America. The mill contracted the Roman consulate here in the United States, and they gave their blessing on giving it to New Rome as a gift from Old Rome. The Chamber of Commerce was in contact, and the statue was brought to Rome, Georgia, from a warehouse in New York City where it was stored. So, this is just one of the similarities that America has with ancient Rome, Italy. That Capitoline wolf. If you want to read up on the meaning of that, feel free to. I'm not really going to get into it, but I wanted to get into some similarities of American Rome. It says Rome and the United States both use the three branches of government, which are the executive, legislative, and judicial branches. Now, which, when you go back to something, you will go back to the Enlightenment or the Age of Enlightenment or the Age of Reason. America really adopted some of those practices, like which are the three branches of government. If you look up the Age of Enlightenment, which I did a video on that, it goes into how they wanted the power to be separated between the three different branches. So America does that same thing, and Rome did the same thing. That proves right there that the Romans were Edomites, and the people that's ruling America, they are the same people, which are Edomites. It says all the citizens in Rome had to abide by rights and laws made by the branches of government, just like the citizens of the United States. Because what? America is the new Rome. That's why it's a Latin. We use the Roman numerals. We use a lot of Roman things, and the primary language of Rome was Latin. And a lot of our judicial court, when it comes to the government and our justice system, a lot of that stuff goes back to the Romans, because America is the new Rome. You got the Colosseum, everything. America is the exact replica of Rome today. It's just basically a more updated version. All right. Real quick, let's go to the book of Revelation, because I want to get some precepts real quick. Revelations 13, I'm going to start at verse 11. It says, "And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and it had two horns like a lamb." Now, the two horns, this beast is talking about this. So it's talking about America. And the two horns represents the Republicans and the Democrats. It says, and he spake as a dragon, because one thing about America, it's a lot of draconian legislations. Now let's go get the word Draco. The Draco legislator. He was a lawgiver. Where did that? Okay, it says Draco, also called Dracon, flourished 7th century BC, Athenian lawgiver whose harsh legal code punished both trivial and serious crimes in Athens with death. So that's basically a Draco law, a serious law. That's what it means by spoke as a dragon. You know, it was very harsh and rigorous, you know, and that's how America is today. And it's going to be like that, especially in the times that we're entering into. You know, either you're going to take the CHIP or you're going to die. So America is that lamb that speaks as a dragon, speaks very harshly by its laws and legislations and things of that nature. Verse 12, and he executeth all the power of the first beast before him, which is the first beast was the Roman Empire. That is America. That's America today, the new version of the Roman Empire, the new Rome, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed, which is talk about the ancient Roman Empire. You know. So America is the second version of the Roman Empire. Verse 13, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, which an example of that is talking about Hiroshima and Nagasaki, when America bombed those Japanese cities. That's that example of making fire come down from heaven. It's the nuclear missiles, man. So, and that's how, well, it was a nuclear bomb, nuclear bomb that detonated and killed all those people. Let's see. Daniel's the 7th chapter. Daniel 7, and I'm gonna start at verse 7. And after this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong and exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it. And it had 10 horns, which this beast is talking about the Roman Empire. America is the new version of the Roman Empire. The old Roman Empire was taken down. It was taken over by Jake. Verse 8, I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn. That little horn is who? America, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots, which is talk about what? The French, the Spanish, and the British. Because, you know, when America was being established, those 3, the French, the British, and the Spanish, they was all defeated by America. A so-called America gained their independence. You know, it says, I considered the horns, and behold, there came up a little among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots, the French, the Spanish, and the British. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and their mouth speaking great things. And I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair on his head like the pure wool. His throne was as a fiery flame, and his wheels were burning fire. So like, yeah, I thought it was, is that it? Yeah. So this little horn is nothing but America. That mouth speaking great things, man. You know, because that's exactly what America does. They speak great things against the Most High. And back in Revelations, you know, they're going to cause everybody to take the CHIP, which we have been warned not to take it. You know, it's going to be a draconian legislation that if you don't take the MOTB, then if you don't take the MOTB, which is the CHIP, you will be killed. That's a Draco legislation. You know, so I wanted to show some parallels of America and Rome and prove through the scriptures that America is the new Rome, which this is backed up. It's all in the proof in the pudding, man. Everything that America does and it consists of, the Roman Empire follows America's following out the Rome's footsteps because they are the new Edom. They are the Romans. This is Rome all over again, you know? Let's see. Similarities of American Rome. Other than the government, there's other similarities too. There's a heavy influence of Rome in America. And the same way America is going to be taken down, just like Rome was taken down. Let's go back to Daniel's. Daniel 7. I'm going to continue at verse 10. It says, a fiery stream issued and came forth from before them. Thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were open. I beheld, then because of the voice of the great words which the horn spake, I beheld even till the beast was slain, and his body destroyed and given to the burning flame. As concerning the rest of the beasts, they had their dominion taken away, which all of these beasts represents empires. They represent empires that ruled for a while, but then it was taken down. Yet their lives were prolonged for a season in time. I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, which are the UFOs that Esau know as a threat. It says, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. And there was given him dominion and glory in the kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, in his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. So this is talking about the kingdom of Yahweh Shai. So right now, the second version of the Roman Empire is ruling right now. But soon, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, will return and will take this new Roman system down. Rome was ruling when Yahweh Shai was on the scene, and Rome is going to be ruling when Yahweh Shai returns. Because the same people that pierced Yahweh Shai are going to be on the earth. Revelation 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, which are the UFOs that Esau calls UAP. What Esau calls UFOs, we call them chariots of the Lord. And every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, who pierced him? Roman soldiers. You know him. It says, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, because our Lord is going to return and take down this new Roman system. You know, so ain't nothing, like the scripture says, nothing new under the sun. Let's get that real quick. Edomites was ruling when Yahweh Shai was on the scene as himself, and Edomites going to be ruling when he returns. Ecclesiastes 1:9. The thing that has been is what shall be, which is what the Roman Empire existed back then. And guess what? It was wounded unto death, and that's what it came back. The Renaissance. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. So the same government, the same thing that happened back then with the Roman system, the Roman Empire, is happening today. And the Roman Empire is going to be taken down by Yahweh Shai when he returns, man. Right now, this place is already falling, but Yahweh Shai going to come and put the icing on the cake, so to speak, man. And then America is going to go out by thermonuclear destruction. The old Rome did not go out that way, but America is going to go out by thermonuclear destruction. So with that, man, Lord willing, this quick lesson through the Spirit was edifying. I'm going to close out by giving all praises and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule, teach well. Shalom.